Final practice in Belgium, and it was wet, with a host of drivers running off track as they pushed for perfection. But the time soon started to tumble as the 20 drivers explored the limits of the undulating circuit. Four-time Belgian Grand Prix winner Kimi Räikkönen's session was over almost as soon as it had begun, though. The Finnish driver restricted to just 3 laps of running.
My brakes failed, and no brakes.
Red Bull and Mercedes looked relatively evenly matched based on yesterday's showings. But after experimenting with different downforce levels on Friday, Max Verstappen, who crashed towards the end of FP2, had trimmed out his RB16B for Saturday, running a low downforce rear wing to maximise straight-line speed. And the changes appeared to work well, the Dutchman topping the timesheets on a 1 minute 56.924, set before the heavens opened again with 25 minutes of the session remaining. With the rain intensifying and full wet tyres the requirement, the drivers' best times on intermediates stood as Verstappen and teammate Sergio Perez ended the session first and second and out of their cars, content with their work. Lewis Hamilton finished 1 second in arrears in third after running off at Les Combes in the closing minutes. Lando Norris had an excellent run to fourth for McLaren, giving slick tyres a tentative rollout as a brief ray of sunshine peered out from the clouds in the final minutes, narrowly ahead of Hungary's first-time winner Esteban Ocon, whose mastery of wet conditions has been evident ever since his early races for Manor and his incredible wet weather qualifying on this track for Racing Point back in 2018. Lance Stroll was a strong P6 for Aston Martin, the wet weather specialist who was on pole in horrendous conditions in Turkey last year, hopeful of a good result to overcome his grid penalty from his lap 1 crash at the Hungaroring. Pierre Gasly's top 10 pace was again evident as he closed out practice in 7th, ahead of the second Aston of Sebastian Vettel. With points finally in his pocket, George Russell was a surprise P9 for Williams, as Fernando Alonso rounded out the top 10, once again running the incredible visor camera inside the cockpit of his Alpine. Valtteri Bottas was 11th on his 32nd birthday, the Finn preparing for qualifying in the knowledge that he'll also receive a 5-place grid drop following the first corner crash in Hungary last time out. Nicholas Latifi was 12th, with Daniel Ricciardo 13th, ahead of Carlos Sainz, Mick Schumacher and Charles Leclerc, the Monegasque driver in the spare Ferrari chassis following his crash on Friday afternoon. But that will do nothing to increase expectations at the Scuderia. Both drivers are only too aware that the rain and cold temperatures will make life difficult for them all weekend. Yuki Tsunoda wound up 17th, Antonio Giovinazzi 18th, Nikita Mazepin 19th, and Kimi Räikkönen 20th and last for Alfa Romeo.